Hello, welcome to GOT, Good Old Tech. I'm Mark, and today we're doing something a little different. I have the Galaxy Z Fold 4 and the Galaxy Z Fold 5, and I'm out doing some photography comparison, and I'm doing some video out on a disc golf course. Some of you that have been watching my channel, you know it's no secret that I love to play disc golf. I'm not that great at it, but it's good exercise, and I enjoy the time when I'm out. So I'm going to start with this video here. This is on the cameras with Ultra HD 30 frames per second on both. The perspective's going to be a little different because they're not quite exactly angled the same, but they have very similar view. So there you have it to start with. I enjoy this disc golf course and I enjoy playing. So this is 30 frames per second. And we'll continue. We'll take photos and some videos. So here's a nice bit of information on the cameras. I've got it set on 30 frames per second on both of them, but on the Z Fold 5 you can actually go ultra wide and do Ultra HD. On the Z Fold 4 you can only do the standard HD. So you can get a little bit higher resolution on the Z Fold 5 than you can the 4. Now, typically I use a microphone connected. I'm not doing that today because I want you to be able to hear the sounds from both of the phones. And sorry about the lawnmower in the background, but this is something you can't help when you're out in the wild. So let's look at stabilizing real quick here. As I walk, I'll turn you around a little bit so you can see where I'm going. Going here to the next hole, and the object is to take a disc, throw it here through those trees, and I don't think you can see the disc way down there. Let's see, I can zoom in on the 4 and zoom in on the 5 as much as I can. I don't think you can see the basket way down there, but it's nearly 500 feet away. Okay, I got them both on FHD, 30 frames per second, because I'm sure some of you would want to say, well, what's the quality when they're both on the same setting? So we're going to do that. Check that out. How's that working? And again, I'm just on a pole. I'm not on any kind of stabilizer. Just using the stabilizing in the phones themselves. So this is the super steady on FHD. It looks like the Z Fold 5 has deeper blacks, more shadowing. You get a little more light in the 4, but I don't know how that's going to translate on a bigger screen. We'll have to find out. So this is how I'm doubling them up. As you can see here, there's a little bit different perspective, one camera being high and the other one being low, but I think they're close enough to do the review. So that's what we got. Okay, I have them both set on 60 frames per second. Fold 5, again, just showing off, we'll do it in QHD, and the Fold 4 only does FHD. Now, I think the Fold 4 is capable of it. They just don't turn it on for some reason or don't allow it. But maybe the processor can't do it. I don't know. And they're both on super steady cam as well. So let's turn this around, see what I'm doing here. Got to climb halfway up this hill, or most of the way up this hill, to get my disc. I'm kind of cheating today. I'm not going to play this one. The basket is up there a little ways. And when you're on the super steady shot, you cannot adjust the cameras. In other words, I'm just on standard main camera, and I cannot switch it over to any of the others during this time. So my second shot went really nice. So I'm actually going to play that one. So how are these doing in the difference in light? You can't hardly see my disc in the 4. It's a pink, bright pink disc, but they're both washing them out in the sunlight. If I focus on it with both of them, it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't improve it. So, but there you go. This is 60 frames per second. Hey, I just want to let you know that all the photos were taken with the 50 megapixel main shooter on both phones, unless otherwise noted. Please stick around to the end, and I'll give you my full review on the cameras. Thank you for sticking around. Now, as promised, I'll tell you my view on how the cameras performed on both the Z Fold 5 and the Z Fold 4. It's kind of interesting because it seemed to me like there was a flip-flop when I went from video to photos. What do I mean by that? Well, with the videos, as you can see, the video on the Z Fold 5 seemed to be a little bit darker and, yes, a clearer image than on the Z Fold 4. The Z Fold 4 seemed to allow in too much light in a lot of cases, so there was a lot of washed out video in there, and you couldn't really see some of the detail. And of course, the Z Fold 5 having a higher resolution camera, allowing you to go a little higher with the QHD and still use stabilizer, it did a lot better. And why didn't I shoot any 4K video? Well, simply 4K on either phone does not have stabilizing. And I was out in the field doing disc golf, moving around a lot, and I just didn't see that it was necessary to shoot the 4K, because 4K, you really need more of a stabilizer. You need to be on a tripod or being still, so it wouldn't have made sense. So on a regular day, I'm going to use the settings that have stabilizer if I'm going to be on the move. Now, the 4K on both perform about the same, where the 5 is a little darker, a little clearer than the 4 being a little brighter. Now, when you flip to the photos, on the photos, it seemed a little bit opposite. The photos on the Z Fold 5 were a little brighter, not necessarily washed out, but they were a little brighter, where on the Z Fold 4, they were a little deeper, but I think it's because they were saturated a little more, so they were punched a little more. So the Z Fold 5, the photos are more to reality. They're a little, I don't know, is a good word, duller or something. I don't know if they're dull. You can actually punch those up in post if you want to, but the color is not quite as saturated as it is on the Z Fold 4. But you can work with that and improve that. On the Z Fold 4, it's kind of hard to take that saturation out later, especially if there's some washed out scenes in there. So they both perform very well, and you would be happy with either one. And right now, since the Z Fold Special is gone, if you want a good deal on a phone, the Z Fold 4 is a really good buy. Links below on how to pick that up for half the cost on Amazon. Or if you want to go ahead and get the Z Fold 5, Amazon is still holding some specials, so there's links there as well if you want to get the Z Fold 5. Thank you for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like to let me know. And also comment on this video. Tell me what was your favorite between the two. Did you like the Z Fold 4 or did you like the Z Fold 5 versus the photos or the video? I'd like to know what you think. Thank you for sticking around. Have a wonderful day and God bless.